because Katarina doesn't do much at level 1.
That's true.
Xerath potentially could. It'll come down to Lucky Bouncing Blade versus Lucky Arcano Pulse, I guess.
That's very true. I didn't think about that. I mean...
Arcano Pulse on a lower cooldown, though, isn't it? And also has a much better range.
But I'm just thinking of, like, level 1 teamfights are all about that one guy, who gets perma-stunned and, like, just annihilated.
Yeah, just who gets caught. It's not like you're going for an ace at level 1. That is true. Lots of flashes on both teams. I was wondering about the double exhaust on Graves' Alistar bot lane. That's really weird.
I know. I'm not sure why they picked that up. Maybe it was a miscommunication, or maybe, I don't know, something, but I feel like one of them should have picked up Ignite, or even a defensive summoner. Maybe they're just going to go balls to the wall on this.
Well, Graves usually takes Ignite, and that's pretty aggressive already. Usually the AD carry mandates heal. That's definitely helpful on Graves, too, when you dash in and force a hard engage and they try to burst you down. You can counter with heal, but Ignite much more effective for those 100-0 burst engagements. Mm-hmm. I guess the double exhaust is going to help chase down Caitlyn after netting away, although I don't know if it'll even work that way. Exhaust has a short enough range that you still have to kind of walk up to Caitlyn, and Caitlyn has to let you walk up. I'm going to say that now, but that's never how a bot lane with Alistar plays out.
No.
I didn't want to pick Alistar versus Janna in my Judgment BC game because I thought, I'll just get poked and kited by Janna all day. But any bot lane with Alistar will just bring vision wards, gain brush control, and Alistar will go wherever he wants.
So are you in the game?
Yeah.
Are you 15 seconds, 16 seconds in?
Yeah, 18.
Okay, that'll work.
Yep. Blue team's calling for a pause.
Okay, so that's great. That'll work because I do need to check the chat. So someone just needs to pause it.
Yeah. Also, my friend was whispering me before the game started and reminded me that Tristana's ultimate has a knockback and can stop.
Okay. Oh my goodness, my stream isn't lagging. I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me confirm that for you. Oh yeah, it's not laggy at all.
That's amazing because when I'm in Seattle, I stream from my the same laptop, and I actually had to lower my resolution because my audio was fine. So like the ghosters and whatnot loved me, but trying to get viewers at all, it's horrendous because no one wants to watch a stream where it's a 1 frame per second stream. Like it's horrible. So I'm so excited. I'm here in Vegas. The internet is booming. Because my mom's not cheap when it comes to internet. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I know it can be hard to find good internet sometimes. I've had trouble in ranked where my roommates start torrenting on me and stuff. But we've come to an understanding now, so we're good. So yeah.
Sweet. So GGice gets reconnected and hopefully
I think Xerath was disconnected as well. He was chilling on the fountain with no items. So whatever level 1 fight stuff we were talking about probably won't matter. It's probably not going to happen now. Probably just going to set up, defensive scouting positions and then go get a drink like it's solo queue.
Oh yes. Or normal blind pick. I love that. It's like I love playing normals because no one invades. So if you want to invade, they're screwed.
Yeah, good invasion practice right there.
So let's talk about item builds. I mean, of course they have regular like boots 3 pots on Rumble and Pantheon and whatnot. But I want to point out some interesting things, like Lee Sin starting with the Doran's Blade. What do you think about that, Shiner?
Oh, that's common on Lee Sin.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, you can go boots if you want to gank, if you want to be fast. I think you go cloth for a jungle fight or expecting some invasion. Well, I don't know. I've never played Lee Sin in the jungle. I think I did once, but I see it enough, and I've read enough stuff about it. Doran's Blade is a lot of damage early on. In fact, there was a recent Lee Sin guide written by an EU West player who talked about why he doesn't get wriggles on Lee Sin. He already has a ton of damage and doesn't need wriggles for buff control. He already has lifesteal and armor on Safeguard. So you just want to get 2 or 3 Dorans so you have a bunch of health for free. So that way if you go to gank mid lane and you're trying to gank somebody like Veigar or LeBlanc, you don't just blow up when they turn on you. You want a bunch of early health so you can team fight early and be scary.
That makes sense. That makes sense. When I play Lee Sin top, and that's very rare because I'm the worst Lee Sin in the world, But when I do play Lee Sin top, I do build Doran's Blades because I max W, and it's amazing. The armor you grab, it's like 30 armor at level 5. I think that's amazing. But yeah, I didn't realize Doran's Blade was a really good start on Lee Sin. He actually grabbed Q first. So we have both sides invading here. But purple side is the bot lane is gonna stay or back out. Their top lane's gonna back out, but they do have vision. So it looks like 3 members of the blue team are going to head down. They're pinging that red buff, so you might see something going on here, guys. Got leash from Cat, very good. I'm not sure. Sona might get pinched here, and Sona gets a lot of damage taken. She has to flash over.
Caitlyn good flash, but Alistar wants to fight. No, the rest of his team doesn't though, so he's gonna back off.
So very good for purple side.
Meanwhile, up top, Pantheon found Lee Sin trying to do the red, and looks like he chased him off actually.
Yeah, he doesn't have red.
Wow. Oh, he hits the trap. Oh, I think he's gonna resonating strike. Oh, I thought he was going to for sure.
I was going to too. That would have been amazing. I'm so excited. But you know, I guess not. Really good for purple team.
If I hit that cupcake.
I don't think he noticed because he flashed as soon as he hit the cupcake. He flashed away. So I think he was just scared of Pantheon overall. But you know, this is starting out really well for purple team. Purple team has both red buffs, so Shyvana's gank's gonna be stronger than Lee Sin's ganks, definitely. Sona has no flash, so this is gonna be really scary for this bot lane.
Lee Sin's very behind now because he didn't get a buff.
Pantheon Shyvana's coming up here to the top lane. I don't know if Rumble is gonna make it out, and they're just gonna back out. So very good.
It actually wasn't the best angle from Shyvana. She walked up into the bush like behind Rumble and didn't attack move to the very front to try and get a tag him with the red buff.
Oh, but exhaust goes down on Rumble here. Rumble might have to flash out, and he does. So Pantheon very low thanks to those creeps, but Rumble too, and Shyvana's just gonna camp this brush. Meanwhile, Lee Sin's gonna try to head up. He does have his blue buff. Rumble misses 2 missile shots, and Lee Sin and Shyvana are gonna fight it out here. But they're all just gonna back away, so no first bloods yet.
Pantheon didn't have enough mana to join in on that fight, I think. It would have been a good 2v2, but there was a really big creep wave as well, so... But Shyvana's still camping top lane here. They really...
He knows! I don't know how he knows, but he does. So...
It's because he's ghosting. LLC Rambo came and said GLH up to us. He was trying to see their summoner spells.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. I should...
That's what happened yesterday when we were casting Judgment 5. One team was picking stuff like Surge Clarity and Teleport Revive to just try and confuse us a bit. Just trying to be the Ghostbusters and not let us know what summoners they were going to actually take. Because I don't know, if I was blue team's bot lane, I would want to know if they were packing double exhaust, for example. Then I would, then cleanse might come in handy, or even taking double heal. Well, I don't actually think double heal is good.
I don't think double heal is either. But
it's something to think about.
Something to think about. You know, well, I don't know, kind of weird. There's no ignites on bot lane, on either side. So I do like ignite in the bot lane. I don't know why. I hardly play
bot. Popular, yeah.
But you know, I really like it.
It's a good counter to everybody bringing heal all the time, and most people don't bring cleanse to counter that.
So Pantheon really low top lane. He's actually going to have to back out of this one. I guess that flamethrower prediction that we were talking about in the pre-game matchup is true because Pantheon is really low, and you know Rumble's at 3/4 of the health, and they're both.
Pantheon's also very mana hungry. He was running out of mana even before Shyvana came, and Rumble doesn't have mana, so he just chilled in lane there.
Makes sense. This is actually kind of risky for Rumble. Rumble has no flash, and he chooses to farm the minions past the tower. Pings go down.
Style. See if he can fight his way past Shyvana. Gets a harpoon. Oh, he's gonna try to burst Shyvana down. Get the
but the stun goes off. But the ignite is ticking, and it doesn't kill Shyvana. Shyvana escapes barely with about 12 health. Oh my goodness. So, not even close, baby. if you play with me, I'm very infamous for saying that. So props to Shyvana, props to Snarf 10, whatever his name is. Love that.
Yeah. Nice being close, baby.
Say it all the time. I love Donkey. I love Donkey. So summer. Oh, I take it back. There's no aggression there.
Good.
So there goes our first blood. I'm surprised Shyvana lived there. I could have seen it, but the stun, the clutch stun from Pantheon prevented, one more auto attack from Rumble, which would have turned that into like a 1-for-1. And first blood, I think, would have gone to Rumble if it weren't for that stun. So very good play from Pantheon. Clutch save.
Yeah.
Good attempt from Rumble, just trying to. I can't make it out of here, so might as well duke it out right here.
Well, Shyvana didn't have red. He probably could have escaped with just a harpoon, shield away, fire one more parting harpoon. It was a tough call to make, I guess.
I don't know what I would have done.
I admire this Rumble for, going full-on aggression.
So we have Katarina actually waiting around the red. So it looks like they're going to try to counter jungle this red buff, but blue side realizes this. Caitlyn actually setting a trap, and Shyvana's going to hit it right here. So they know that they're trying to pull some shenanigans. But Lee Sin's just going to take his red buff, his first red buff of the game. No big deal.
This poor guy is a lower level than his bot lane. Oh wait, he just hit 5 for killing the Lizard Elder there, but yeah, he was really behind because he didn't get a buff at level 1, and then only had a Doran's Blade, which can be a little rough to jungle with if you don't have a leash. Still got his early gank off in a way, but he's definitely behind Shyvana. Shyvana should be level 6 soonish. Yeah, she's a little bit ahead in experience on Lee Sin. She might hit 6 after taking her own red right here. Let's see. I'm just clicking around trying to, hoping to see something directed camera wouldn't see. Let's take a look at bot lane here. Graves is up 10 CS to Caitlyn, but Caitlyn just went and bot, so she has item advantage on Graves. Choosing to go for the early Berserker's Greaves, which I think is not that legit, but a lot of people like doing it against Blitzcrank and Alistar to try to outrun their CC, try and not get caught by that sort of stuff. And I guess Caitlyn does scale with attack speed for more headshots. It'll still be an advantage over Graves for now. I haven't looked at it much though. It seems kind of boring. Sona gets in the bush and power chords Alistar and Graves, but they're pretty tanky, so they shrug it off after healing. Alistar is actually maxing his headbutt first. I didn't notice that before.
That's interesting. I see a lot of Alistar's max pulverize first, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's to get the cooldown lower. You want your pulverize and headbutt.
Some aggression up top. Rumble has the flash, but exhaust goes down. He ultimates, and he has to try to take down Pantheon here. Pantheon falling, and Pantheon actually falls. So that turns into a 1-for-1 trade. Very well played from both sides there. Sadly, Rumble did fall. So Kundev actually missing his Sonic Wave here, eating a Bouncing Blade, and I think they're just going to back off. Good idea. They don't know. Well, Shyvana was seen by minions, so still wasn't worth it to chase.
And during all that, Graves got chased all the way up the river by Sona as well. Yeah, he ended up going around back to his tower. Looks like Alistar recalled, and now he's getting poked pretty hard by Sona and Caitlyn.
So pings go down back, like V pings go down on bot lane. Katarina coming in here for a gank. Sona does have ultimate, but she just flashes out of there. Graves unleashing that burst and so much damage. 600 damage chunked from Pantheon.
Good shot.
Oh, and Pantheon ulti coming down, and he actually takes down Sona in a really quick burst, and this 4-man dive going to take down Caitlyn here. So this is looking very, very good for purple side.
That was a really nice dive.
That was well.
Especially sending Pantheon first to tank the tower with his passive. And Shyvana says, hey, I want to join the party, let's go do Dragon. Purple teams. Okay.
Wow, so I'm not too sure what blue side can do about this. I thought he was going to Resonating Strike over. I would have loved to see that steal. But, so Dragon goes down.
He wasn't carrying a ward. That would have been really... Had to put down his ward, so Lee Sin could flash it and smite it, and then safeguard to Xerath, or Xerath will bring it back out.
That would have been top 5 plays.
That would have been a big day. Yeah.
So Rumble's just going to
Pretty hard to stop Dragon. So. Yeah. As for Rumble
is taking
down there, Rumble realized
Yeah, he took down purple side's top turret. It's okay, don't worry about it. Getting kind of chunked by Pantheon here. I don't think he can win this if he chooses to stay and fight, so he's gonna back out. Lots of damage coming out, and I think he's just choosing to stay. Uses his ultimate, and they both back out. But Rumble does see him with that ward. I'm not sure what he can do here. His ignite is not up, so he's not gonna have enough damage. He's just gonna back out of there. Good call.
Second harpoon almost hit too.
Good call from Rumble. I would not have stayed. Scared being that far pushed up. So I feel like
good calls all around there. Yeah. When 5 people put it in.
Yeah, when 5 people, take down that dragon.
Came back with reinforcements.
He opted to go for... Oh, and there's a gank coming from Lee Sin here. And just so much damage. Lee Sin resonating strikes, and Pantheon jumps over. But he just gets taken down. So Shyvana is going to have to hold on to this tower here. I'm hoping that now they know that Shyvana is here, there's going to be some aggression elsewhere. If I were Xerath, I would have pushed them mid lane. I would be putting so much pressure into bot lane, knowing that Katarina just backed off to go shop. Shyvana is protecting top tower, but I guess they're just going to protect this top area of the jungle. Just kind of wait around.
It looked like Xerath was going to come up there, which I think would have been a good play. Shyvana can't really clear waves safely. She has to get into melee range and then sit there while Burnout chunks the minions
Graves
slowly.
Is actually almost dead here. Heal goes off from Caitlyn, but she backs out, and wow, headbutt just annihilates Caitlyn.
That's why you max headbutt first. You actually got one cow slap off while she was airborne. That's some mad Alistar technology right there.
Oh my goodness, that was funny to watch. So a 2-for-none exchange in the bot lane. I was kind of expecting that. Graves Alistar is such a strong lane against a non-Janna lane. Sona is good, but oh, can you double check?
Item builds are kind of backwards, which is funny enough. Caitlyn has gone for the double Dorans, whereas Graves went for the BF sword rush.
Oh wow.
Normally the guy rushing BF sword wants to poke and not get into a big fight because you have less health, so you can't withstand burst. But it looks like Caitlyn is the one scared of their burst and choosing to go for Doran's blades.
I would be scared of the burst too.
765, yeah.
Oh,
just 765 gold.
Sona getting pulverized, just absolutely annihilated. She face checked the bush, and both members of the team were waiting around, and just so much damage, so much burst coming out from that bot lane. They're just gonna let that tower fall. I think that would be smart. Katarina down here attempting a dive on Caitlyn. Caitlyn using a net and getting out safely. Oh, meanwhile, aggression top lane. Wow. So, oh my goodness. Ultimates were popped from Rumble, and Pantheon escapes with less than 10 HP.
Again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, not Pantheon. Shyvana was our lucky, not even close winner last time.
That's true. Either way, Pantheon would have won that fight. Because now that I think about it, when Rumble does overheat, his auto attack should get blocked.
Well, one of them would, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Most Rumbles don't fight with overheat damage, from what I've seen, though.
I don't like fighting with overheat damage. It's really scary. Because they know that you can't cast spells, so they'll just abuse that.
Yeah, it's probably not high enough to make it worth it. It's funny how, they gave Rumble a passive like that, and nobody tried to build attack speed Rumble. And then Orianna comes out who has a similar passive, extra magic damage on basic attacks, and a bunch of people tried to do attack speed Orianna. So this seems like a compelling argument for why you should not go attack speed Rumble. People didn't even want to try it.
So actually, a mishand on blue there. Lee Sin's red buff actually took the blue buff from Xerath, so that's going to cripple Xerath a bit. And it looks like a dive coming down bottom. Pantheon ulting in. Sona having to flash out, but getting so much damage. Crescendo going down, stunning 2 people, but Caitlyn just getting annihilated. Spear following Ignite coming up. Just these dives on bot lane is really pushing this Graves further and further down. Well, making him snowball harder, I guess.
What's that doing in top lane though? With Pantheon gone, we have Rumble and Lee Sin going back to top and pushing even more. Well, they get some damage on the tower, but it looks like Katarina will chase them off.
Alright, so it's 2-10 right now. We've got a 5k gold lead, 16 minutes in. I think that's pretty significant for being this early in the game. If you're blue team, Shiner, if you're blue team and you're 8 kills down, your bot lane is 20 CS and 3 kills down, what do you do to come back in the game? Like, what do you personally want your team to do in this situation?
Well, this is pretty convenient because the outer bot turret is down, so Caitlyn should just sit in that little bush by the inner turret and freeze lane. Just never go anywhere, never come out. Just stay really close to the tower and be really safe. And with that, Sona can roam around and they can kind of engage in 4v3s if the enemy is still laning. What's happening now, though, is kind of, well, not the greatest either. They're getting dragoned yet again, and blue team doesn't even know about it. They don't have wards in the area. I don't know if they ever did. Alistar now has an early Oracle. And you can afford to get one now that the blue team's outer bottom turret is gone. Getting Oracle in lane is what I say is, the lane disrespect. If you get an Oracle in lane, it doesn't make you any stronger. It doesn't really do very much. If you want to clear wards in the nearby bushes, you can just use vision wards for that. So it's just taking a really big risk for no reason. So putting an Oracle on your head when you're still laning is saying, that's a direct taunt. In my opinion. So Alistar's story Oracle to force the map control more now that the purple has an early advantage. So
very scary. Usually Shyvana's do pick up oracles, but I guess Alistar's like, nope, I got the gold, save your gold. I'm not dying anytime soon. He kind of showed that when they 4-man dove Xerath into this mid-outer turret, Shyvana going in, Alistar ulting, and they just melted him. So looking very, very scary for blue side.
I didn't even see that. I was too busy talking.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to interrupt Shiner this time. I like this analysis he's got going on. But I just wanted to mention. So 5-man push going up. If I were blue team, I would group up, most definitely. Even though I feel like purple team has a strong team because they have a lot of AoE damage. They have a Pantheon ulti. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's worth mentioning. They have a Shyvana ulti. They have a Pulverize. They have Graves, which is, AoE central, other than Corki. And they have Katarina. So,
like I said, a champion select. Blue team will get rolled if they fight 5v5. They should try to be defensive and just try to farm their way back into the game. Just have Caitlyn chill bot next time a big wave comes to the tower. I was going to talk about Xerath too. Xerath was doing really good. He has the highest creep score on his team, and he hadn't died until all these fed enemies showed up in his lane uninvited, like rude guests. And I would say, pass the ball to Xerath. Try to get Xerath to help carry your team from this negative situation. But it's not over yet.
Definitely not. I've seen huge comebacks in houses and judgments, so I'm really excited to see a turnaround here. Lee Sin actually getting spotted by this ward here. A resonating strike lands on Graves. He flashes out. Dragon. I forget his ultimate, but team fight going down. This is a 4v5, but Pantheon ulting in. Sona getting melted. Shyvana making it out alive with less than 100 health. Caitlyn, the only one left alive here, and I'm not sure if she's going to make it out. The reset happening on Katarina, and Katarina quadra kill. Scumbag Shyvana for stealing that quadra kill, or for stealing that pentakill. Calling it right now. I liked you, Schnarf 1023, but you're a scumbag now for stealing that pentakill.
Yeah, definitely. Who gave Katarina red buff? That's what stopped Caitlyn from getting away for the most part too. I felt kind of bad.
Oh man. Could have been Lee Sin. I wasn't really paying attention to who had red buff on blue team.
I'm gonna go back and check what happened there. It looked like he flashed after he resonating striked in there. He flashed too far in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he was going for? He's trying to Dragon's Rage Graves out?
Yes. Graves towards the team, but Graves had flashed, so he just flashed back into his team. So it was a trade and flash, but it was a really, really misplayed. Well, I don't want to say misplayed, but really, really unfortunate initiation.
More like, yeah. Graves outplaying Lee Sin right there to predict his intention like that. Oh, it was actually an Oracle bait in a way. Yeah, Graves did get kicked out, but he flashed back into his tower range.
Yeah, he quick drawed towards his tower, and Lee Sin, and he followed, or Lee Sin followed because of the resonating strike, and he flashed backwards into the tower and tried to Dragon's Rage into the team. So I thought it was a good play, but then the team fight that ensued was like, oh, I worry. Katarina really strong right now.
It's one of those moments. I go for that kind of stuff way too often where we're losing and I just, put myself out there way too much to try to make a big play to bring it back, but the bigger the play, the more likely it is to backfire and just make your situation worse.
Very true. Happens to me all the time. I don't make the calls when I play. I always ask the team, do you guys want to do this? Because when I make the calls, it's like, why, Roland? Why would you do such a thing?
I'm used to hearing that. I just tune it out now. Actually, what ended up happening is I stopped playing LeBlanc and got a little more passive. Just kidding, I still play LeBlanc all the time. LeBlanc for life, even though she's obsolete. Terrible now. Woo!
Yo, I play against so many LeBlancs mid, and I have the perfect counter to LeBlanc. Well, it's kind of irrelevant. I'll tell you about it after. But
no, it's AP Needly, isn't it?
No. On any AP mid, you can play any AP mid and win against LeBlanc. Any. I'm not even kidding. You can play like Brand or like Annie and win against LeBlanc AP mid.
That seems like a legit counter.
So Rumble getting caught out of position and just... Graves is fed, he has 163 CS, he's got, second highest or third highest gold on the team. So he's really big, and Katarina just 6-0 right now. Has Hextech Gunblade, has Deathfire Grasp, and looking really strong. Just the burst from those two items. You're looking at, 40-50% of their HP gone, along with a Shunpo, along with a Bouncing Blade, and along with her Death Lotus. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, the ultimate. It's called Death Lotus.
So just a lot of burst coming from Katarina, and not a lot of response coming from blue team in terms of that ulti.
Yeah, I don't see a single magic resist item on their team, except for Lee Sin's Mercury Shreds, actually. Although I guess early game it looked like it was going to be Pantheon and Shyvana getting fed, but then all of a sudden Katarina quadra kill out of nowhere. And on top of that, with Katarina's 6th kill, purple team gets their third dragon. Just getting an even bigger gold lead. A moment ago it was 6k and now they're 13k ahead. Now looking to invade red buff or either set up a trap to chill in a bush. Unless, no, this ward is going to see them. Not only the ward, but Katarina stepped on a cupcake, so now blue team knows everything. Purple team is all grouped up, and they know. Shirelio's in, trying to catch Xerath. He's caught in the smoke screen.
Oh, and a good ultimate from Rumble. Just waiting this. Shyvana ulting in, but wasted ultimates on purple, or wasted ultimate from Shyvana. That was a really, really good ultimate from Rumble, just to disengage, get out of there, Xerath. What do you think of the new... Well, I don't want to call it the new Baron. I'm going to call it the glitched Baron. What do you think of the glitched Baron, to be honest?
Oh, I was talking about him with Highwind yesterday. I called him Baron, or Garen Nashor. This guy. I like Highwind's explanation much better, though. What happens now is, even though, you can click on Baron, it says 0.205 attack speed, but after 5 seconds, Baron hits an enrage timer, and that number becomes a complete lie with Baron attacking something like 5 or 6 times more rapidly than that.
Yep.
I would say it actually kind of imbalances the game a bit, because, if you're a little behind, and, you get a couple kills down, you can try to take Baron. But now that Baron is so much harder to kill, your team has to be pretty strong to actually take him down. You pretty much need, nowadays you need all 5 team, well, I shouldn't say nowadays, I'm hoping it'll be fixed. But you need your whole team there, and you need a lot of damage to kill Baron before Baron kills you. If you catch the enemy team doing Baron, this, Neo Baron, who's very, very scary, it's that much more likely that you will make them throw, because they still have the good old Baron debuffs on them, and also Neo Baron chunking them really hard with his newfound damage. So that could possibly happen if purple team gets too overconfident and tries to do Baron, have a bad time. Blue team gets there and catches them. That could be the turnaround ace they're looking for, and or Baron steal.
That's an interesting perspective on Baron that I didn't even consider, because I really like the new Baron, just because of this opinion where, or this perception where, if you kill one, like, you know, it's late game, it's like 35 minutes, 40 minutes into the game, and you have one player who gets caught out of position, everyone on the other team, you know, it's a 5v4 and they're like, let's rush Baron now, let's do Baron now, they can't do anything about it. And if you think about it, why would that make sense? Because that's saying that Baron is as strong as a single member of the team. Exhaust goes down on Pantheon here, and Pantheon just, you know, a good stand from Pantheon. He's relatively fed, but he does go down. He's only.
Katarina tried to save him with Deathfire Grass, but it was no good. He was definitely under tower next to 3 enemies, so he was quite toast. So yeah, here's that situation you're talking about. Pantheon is dead for 30 seconds, and they say, great, he's dead. He's the guy who can jump in and screw us, is also dead. But I was going to say Baron's comeback potential is actually lowered because he's so much tougher. You have to be like that much closer to the enemy team to stop them, or you know, so far ahead that Baron doesn't matter. Like if you're in your blue team right now, you kill 2 or 3 enemies, normally the call would be to go do Baron because they can't stop you with too much of a numbers disadvantage. But now, because Baron is so tough that 2 or 3 people actually can stop a 5-man Baron, so instead the blue team would have to make the decision to push, or you know, even take buffs if they can't even do that. So it's that much harder to make a comeback if there's so little you can do when the enemy makes a mistake.
That makes sense. Learning new things every day. I love casting, so I cast. So they're actually waiting around here. Resonating or Sonic Wave doesn't land, so they think that no one's in this brush. I really hope someone face checks it. Actually, I don't. I like blue team.
They're thoroughly checking that one.
But they're walking up. They're walking up. Shyvana gets spotted here. Oh, and a flash pull that misses. Oh, and Shirelles gets popped, and a good Dragon Rage coming out. Good ultimate here, getting that little hallway. Alistar getting pumped out, but Katarina so much AoE damage. Oh my goodness.
Got another quadra
kill, and scumbag Pantheon, man.
Oh, yeah, she's jumped the wrong way. She's looking for Sona. Just probably just.
Damn.
Sona calls it.
Sona calls it.
No, it was scumbag cat. She jumped the wrong way. She's probably just getting really excited, you know, looking for that Sona, and without realizing she's
they should have chased it. If I were them, if I were Pantheon, I would have been like stun yo Katarina, and I would like ping it rapidly. Just because I like seeing pentakills on my team. Then I get to mimic a Korean shoutcaster, which I'm gonna do. Viewers, if you don't know, me and my friends, we actually like to, whenever there's a pentakill that happens, I do it for aces when I'm with my friends, but I won't do it for the sake of casting. But when there is a pentakill, I will turn into a Korean shoutcaster and yell pentakill like a Korean for the next, you know, minute and a half. I'm exaggerating. Asu! Pentakill! Pentakill! Yeah, I love it. So,
look at that.
Blue team is gonna start Baron.
Gitter and Nash are here. Yeah, there he goes. The enrage timer's on. Look how fast he's attacking.
Oh my goodness. So they do realize.
Good job, good tanking it though.
They are
must have seen purple. Or they figured that it's a desperation Baron actually. They realize they have to get Baron or lose. Rumble ulting it just for more damage. They're trying so hard to bring Baron down. Lee Sin hasn't smite.
Oh, and they keep Baron down, but Katarina
they barely get it, but now purple team's coming for the current engage.
Oh, is this gonna be a pentakill? Pentakill! 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 Asu! Asu!
This Katarina is so silly, man.
Okay, so
she got a really good trampoline. He literally pulverized 3 or 4 people.
That was really one of the best positions.
Good ending to that game.
Good ending to that.